Hello everyone, are you ready to go see some fireworks? Today we are going to talk about Yoimiya, who's a queen at making the summer festival a firework hit with the fireworks she makes. So let's get started to learn about the firecracker. Naganohara Yoimiya is a playable pyro character in Genshin Impact. Yoimiya is the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. With her colorful fireworks and outgoing personality, Yoimiya is loved by everyone on Narukami Island. She was coined as the Queen of the Summer Festival, as they believe summer is not the same without her. Yoimiya's full name is Naganohara Yoimiya. She's a 5-star female character who uses a bow and has a pyro vision. Her birthday is June 21st and her constellation is Carriages Origis, and she comes from the region of Inazuma. She has an affiliation with Naganohara Fireworks, and her special dish is Summer Festival Fish, a variant of tricolor dango. The 4 voice actors of this firecracker in the 4 localizations of Genshin Impact are Jenny Yokobori in English, Jin Na in Chinese, Ueda Kana in Japanese, and Bak Sen-hee in Korean. Yoimiya became a playable character on August 10th, 2021. Yoimiya has about 3 titles, which are Frolicking Flames, Queen of the Summer Festival, and owner of Naganohara Fireworks. Yoimiya uses the medium female model. She has a fair complexion, golden eyes with orange-red makeup painted at the corners, and shoulder-length light strawberry blonde hair. There is a small flower tattoo near her left shoulder and another similar tattoo patch around her upper arm, to the left containing a red fish, flowers, and purple swirls. Her default outfit is called Goldfish Firecracker. In this outfit, Yoimiya's hair is tied into a high ponytail that messes sticks out in all angles. She wears many festival-themed hair accessories. For her outfit, Yoimiya's attire mainly consists of a short orange-red kimono with only one sleeve worn. Her right sleeve is rolled up past her elbow and tied with a string. The left half of the kimono is draped around her waist. Her chest is wrapped up in sarashi, as are her left forearm and upper thighs, extending down to her right leg. A festival pouch hangs from her waist on the left, and her vision is secured to her obi on her right. The outfit is described as a patchwork of memories from festivals over the years. The outfit can be unlocked when you obtain her character. Yoimiya, like the rest of her family, is loved by the people of Inazuma City for the fireworks she creates. She is also loved by children due to her friendly, hands-on approach with them, as she wishes to keep them happy so they don't have to deal with the harsh realities of Inazuma for the time being. Having few worries of her own, she can also read people's hearts and can tell whenever or not they're hiding something deep down. Like her father, Yoimiya is devoted to the family business, stating that her customers' happiness is the first priority above all else. This service has amazed a massive and loyal customer base who are willing to help her out on any problems she has. She is somewhat of a fast speaker, and despite being the primary provider of fireworks, is also known to be quite reckless and unprepared, having been scolded by the city's fire brigade numerous times and noted by Imanoa Tugo to always make last-minute preparations. Like many other vision bearers, Yoimiya enjoys her pyro vision as it helps her out with the business and she couldn't imagine a life without one. While not supportive of the Vision Hunt decree, she still worships A. Firework Flare-Up is Yoimiya's normal attack. The normal attack performs up to 5 constructed shots with a bow, while the charge attack performs a more precise aim shot with increased damage. While aiming, flames will accumulate on the arrowhead before being fired off at an attack. Has different effects based on how long the energy has been charged. Charge level 1 fires off a flaming arrow that deals power damage, and charge level 2 generates a maximum of 3 kindling arrows based on the time spent charging. Releasing them as part of this aim shot, kindling arrows will home in on nearby enemies, dealing pyro damage on hit. And finally, the plunging attack fires off a shower of arrows in mid-air before falling and striking the ground, dealing AoE damage upon impact. Nairobi Fire Dance is Yoimiya's elemental skill. Yoimiya waves a sparkler and causes a ring of saltpeter to surround her. Nairobi and Shu is a skill in this attack that activates during this time. Arrows fired by Yoimiya's normal attack will be blazing arrows, and their damage will be increased and converted to pyro damage. And also during this time, normal attack Firework Flare-Up will not generate kindling arrows at charge level 2. This effect will deactivate when Yoimiya leaves the field. Ryukin Saxifrage is Yoimiya's elemental burst. Yoimiya leaps into the air along with her original creation, the Ryukin Saxifrage, and fires forth blazing rockets bursting with surprises that deal AoE pyro damage and mark one of the hit opponents with Aurora's Blaze. With Aurora's Blaze, all normal charge plummeting attacks, elemental skills, and elemental bursts by any party member other than Yoimiya that hit an opponent marked by Aurora's Blaze will trigger an explosion dealing AoE pyro damage. When an opponent affected by Aurora's Blaze is defeated before its duration expires, the effect will pass on to another nearby opponent, who will inherit the remaining duration. One Aurora's Blaze explosion can be triggered every 2 seconds. When Yoimiya is down, Aurora's Blaze effects created through her skills will be deactivated. Tricks of the Troublemaker is Yoimiya's first Ascension passive skill. During Nairobi Fire Dance, shoots from Yoimiya's normal attack will increase her pyro damage bonus by 2% on hit. This effect lasts for 3 seconds and can have a maximum of 10 stacks. Summer's Night's Dawn is Yoimiya's 4th Ascension passive skill. Using Ryugi Saxophist causes nearby party members, not including Yoimiya, to gain a 10% ATK increase for 15 seconds. Additionally, a further ATK bonus will be added based on the number of Tricks of the Troublemaker stacks Yoimiya possesses when using Ryugen Saxifrage. Each stack increases this ATK bonus by 1%. Blazing Match, when Yoimiya crafts decoration, ornament, and landscape type furnishing, she has a 100% chance to refund a portion of the materials used. Yoimiya's name is renowned throughout Hanamazaka. She is the most skilled pyrotechnician in Inazuma and is known as the Queen of the Summer Festival. Yoimiya, who has inherited the mantle of Naganohara, is able to give people an unparalleled experience with her ever-changing and spectacular fireworks. In addition to being a craftsperson, she is also the heroic sister in the eyes of many children. No matter how big the problem is, Yoimiya always has a solution to save the day. Be it the illusions of fear, or the shadow of cold reality, they will all dissipate under the starlight magic of Yoimiya's fireworks. The children are not the only ones she helps. As long as one is willing to talk to her about their troubles, she will lend a helping hand and try her best to help them through the crisis. Splendid fireworks, warm starlight, and passionate lights all join in a swirling dance in Yoimiya's hands. Her bright smile is always able to inspire fellow travelers and light up the way for them. To Inazumans, fireworks symbolize summer. The various festivals that take place at fixed times feature a rotation of various events, with fireworks being the sole constant. Over a century ago, the Yashio Commission once organized a dazzling fireworks display with commemoration as the theme. The fireworks then were made by the greatest pyrotechnicians in the land, and this was the origin of the Naganohara fireworks show. In later days, fireworks would become more common, and the Nagano fireworks show would slowly become an event in which all people would participate. During the fireworks show, everyone can light their favorite fireworks, and the owner of the Naganohara fireworks store will pick an appropriate time to set up a most lavish performance. The year Yoimiya took over, her first festa was already jaw-dropping good. On the night before the fireworks show, Kamisato Ayako enjoined Yoimiya's justly. Her Excellency will be watching this fireworks display personally. As such, please add her externally emblem, Electromisumoi, into the fireworks repertoire, if you would. Haha, just wait for it, Yoimiya replied, agreeing with great confidence. Before the show could begin, Yoimiya ran all about the city, placing thousands of launch tubes in every nook and cranny. At the festival's finale, the blazing fireworks formed a gigantic picture stroll that depicted the city of Inazuma in the skies. Yet Ayaka did not find the critical emblem in any one of these fireworks and wondered if Yoimiya had an error in her arrangements. It was only after speaking with Yoimiya that Ayaka discovered that the image of Inazuma in the skies had an angling trick adding to it. If viewed from the Tenshukaku, the fireworks would form a huge, clear, and orderly image of the riding shogun's house crest, with some playfully laced decorations on the side to boot. Of course, how could Yoimiya miss a beat at the fireworks performance? This way, she won the praise of both the people and the riding shogun. And this feast would become a timeless classic deeply rooted in the memories of countless people. With Yoimiya around, the Inazuman's summer festival not lack any glorious fireworks, thus was her nickname, Queen of the Summer Festival, coined. Naganohara's fireworks are loved by all, and work in the shop is always in full swing. As such, people often feel that coming up to the door without important matters might hinder the work. However, it's just the opposite with Yoimiya, for chatting is her other great hobby. In fact, if there is no one to talk to, she might actually find it hard to focus. If chatting with the guests is her way of understanding their mood and way of thinking such that the best fireworks can be crafted, then going with the flow and sitting down for tea and an idle chat with them after delivering the goods and how Yoimiya rewards herself. Sometimes, if that is not enough, she will make some small talk with her neighbors on the way, give them some small trinkets, and receive a basket of small treats in return. Yoimiya is always able to strike a balance between listening and speaking in such chats. If she doesn't repeat herself, doesn't cross boundaries, doesn't come off as indifferent or overly invested, after a talk over tea, everyone leaves in a good mood. Her neighbors are all ordinary folk, and their lives are not exactly full of extraordinary things. Sometimes the same news will be told by different people over and over, but Yoimiya does not find this upsetting. What she enjoys is the process of talking to others. Even if they speak of the same matter, different people will have different viewpoints. After talking over the fireworks shop, Yoimiya's relationships with her neighbors become even more harmonious. Many old folk have taken her for an old acquaintance and often invite her to their place to sit and recount the festivals of yesteryear. Middle-aged parents will ask Yoimiya to meditate the relationship between themselves and their children and will regulate her with the little trivialities of daily family life. The young people that treat Yoimiya as a sibling of sorts, volunteering to help her cart heavy firework marketing materials around, hoping that Yoimiya will get off work faster and take the children out to play. Yoimiya puts it in this way. I believe in the unique power of language. There's nothing that can be talked through somehow. Craftsmen seeking perfection are often rigorous in self-discipline, but Yoimiya is an exception, acting freely and taking unscheduled breaks. Sometimes she even has to work late into the night when she misses her daytime work due to chatting for too long. But when the sun begins to rise, she will climb up to the heights to see the sunrise, with a sense of accomplishment at having finished the work in her heart, looking out at the hazy amber gold clouds. Yoimiya often gains new inspiration, imagining all matters of new fireworks in her mind, even as sleep draws near. Her neighbors have often found her sleeping in places like elms, tree branches, and stopped water wheels. Sometimes she even falls down before barely watching her sweet dreams and golden stars fade away into the distance. Fortunately, she has never been seriously injured in such instances, but she has gotten a number of scrapes and cuts, and it was on that account that she learned how to deal with wounds. At some other times, Yoimiya will sleep until midnight, settling all matters with gusto before heading out for a stroll. Perhaps it may turn out to be an improv adventure, or perhaps a test of courage. If a friend is interested, she might call them. If she wishes to be alone, she would travel in solitude. Living as she pleases gives Yoimiya a sense of freedom. As for others, they may encounter her at any time at all. She enjoys the freedom, often saying that if she has made her life very interesting indeed. Of course, she will restrain herself on the eve of celebrations. Mistakes shall not be made during these all-important performances, her official business. Apart from selling fireworks, Naganohara's Fireworks also sells various intricate knickknacks. This can be said to be Yoimiya's second career. All manners of trinkets adorned the sleeves, with some of them being erotic imports from Beidou that were modified and made into highly distinctive handcrafts, and others being practice works created during bursts of Yoimiya's explosion inspiration. From the scattered bloom marbles that will blossom when they knock against each other, leaping tops that chirp like birds as they spin, the neon dragonfly that changes hue as it ascends into the air, and the somewhat failed Oni Kabuto chariot. All these toys are inspired by the little games that are the common people that play. They are not only popular among the children, but are much loved by adults as well. Even Ariaki Ito, the head of the Arataki gang, comes over to buy her specialty-made knickknacks, which he then brings to go challenge the one he has declared his nemesis. Yoimiya's knickknacks are not just toys. With some thought, they can be very useful in one's daily life. The most classic example for this is the Kitty Coil, which is a ring that can contain a variety of flammables and spices. When ignited and hung up in the summer, it can be used to repel mosquitoes. Many people have come to ask Yoimiya for help on account of her excellent craftsmanship, and though she protests saying, "Hey now, this is a fireworks shop now, not an everyday shop. Even if I can't possibly do it all," she will still try her best to help, even if her errands for the whole day are the only enough to buy a few snacks. She'll enjoy the whole thing too. Everyone in Hanamazaki is her friend after all. The rainbows become fireworks, and they, my wishes know, my wishes rise into the skies, and through the night they show. This nameless folk song has been around for a long time now. In recent years, it was miscounted by the children to mean that all long as they brought some shiny trinkets, they could exchange them with Yoimiya for fireworks that belonged just to them, and that if they lit those fireworks up, their wish would come true at some point in the future. As such, the children of Hanamizaka set about searching for beautiful little trinkets with this song on their lips, before bringing them to Yoimiya with exception eagerly written on their faces. Yoimiya was quite troubled by this at first, but after hearing how the children had interpreted that song, she accepted their request gladly and even added her own spin to the tale. The rainbows in the song not only refer to shiny treasures per se, as long as she found them significant shining, whenever they were colored rocks from the creeks or shell fragments from the branches, she would take them and make lovely fireworks as per agreement. Indeed, if they were to bring her expensive things, she might in turn say they are too ordinary, and take the children to look for the owner of those lost goods. But it really did not matter if the treasures were not shiny or not. The important part was the conversation the children had that rainbows could indeed be exchanged for fireworks. Though some might take it as naive, Yoimiya will give her all the protect, the love, the wishes the only children can have. The things we believe in and experience as children become irreplaceable treasures. The legendary picture books of Inazuma are often filled with flowing images, the cute and playful great Ruja yokai, the majestic Shiba warrior, the origami Nu, who appears out of nowhere. Perhaps those who drew demons in such cute forms also had a similar intention to Yoimiya. The children gathered around Yoimiya, enjoying a gladsome time even amidst Izuma's lockdown. Yoimiya's own childlike heart and liveliness never dulls, like fireworks and stars that shimmer and shine in the night sky. Every festive Yoimiya not only tries snacks from every store, but she also collects all sorts of candies, wrap them up with care before storing them away inside a small candy box. Yoimiya's candy box is a small crimson ball that has been decorated with delicate layers and ornate accessories. Much like the hair accessories she often wears, each time she encounters a joyous event, she will take one candy out of the box and eat it. If her friends or the children are around, she will share the sweets with them. Yoimiya's neighbors often mistake her ornaments for the candy box, hence its enormous nickname, Sweet Pearl. The speed at which the box lightens is taken for an important measure of happiness. The quicker its emphasis, the more pleased Yoimiya is. Sometimes when things get busy, she sometimes absolutely uses the candy box as her hair accessory. Realizing her mistake only after the day is done, still, even this era would inspire Yoimiya. From then on, she will wear them interchangeably. Take a guess, does my hair ornament have candy in it today? Free pick of the sweets to anyone who gets it right. Yoimiya is always up for a chat. It is only when the fireworks are ascending into the skies that she quiets down and just watches the lovely scenery. People often say that fireworks come and go in a fleeting heartbeat, but if they are memorable enough, they will remain in bloom forever in people's hearts. Those who accompany you in the loneliness of the moment itself will burrow deep into your mind as a beautiful memory. And as you look upon the same fireworks many years later, the same memory and the feelings that came with it will surely rise again to the forefront of your heart. Is this not also eternity? The special firework formula, slips that belongs solely to the Naganohara family, exists for pricelessly this purpose. By incorporating goodwill and wishes into the glorious fireworks, ephemeral things are etched into eternity. This is the meaning of Yoimiya's line of work. On one summer night, following her taking over Naganohara's fireworks, Yoimiya could not sleep, and thus she continued in her research till daylight came. Suddenly she heard a tinkling sound, and a burning red object fell into an unusual launching tube. At first, Yoimiya used her vision as sort of a lighter. Fortunately, her father discovered it and explained vision's significance to her. So this tiny gem could grant a person astonishing and mysterious powers, and yet what else could it do other than protect the children or chase some mischievous monsters away? Even if I could have other uses, Yoimiya thought, it may not ever need to do these things in my hands. I'm just someone who pursues happiness, a fireworks maker who enjoys living life. Time has flown since then, and Yoimiya has grown even more skilled in the manipulation of fire. With her skill at making fireworks having likewise increased, sometimes she stops to ask herself this: how did someone as ordinary as me receive the acknowledgement of the gods? Do the gods enjoy fireworks by any chance? In Japanese, her name, Yoimiya, refers to the evening festival of a main festival. In traditional Shinto beliefs, gods and spirits were thought to return to their main shrines during this evening. Yoimiya's constellation, named Carishes Oritis, is the scientific name for goldfish. And in the Japanese version, she speaks in the Osaka dialect, which is a common trope in Japanese fictions as speech used by mechanics and cheerful characters. Fact 1. Yoimiya is one of the few characters to talk about someone outside of their home nation, the person being Klee. Fact 2. Yoimiya is ambidextrous. She is seen shooting her bow in both hands during her normal attacks. Fact 3. Yoimiya is the first non-Archon playable character to receive an Act 2 for their story quest. Fact 4. Yoimiya's birthday is on the same day as the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, often considered to be the start of summer. And that's Yoimiya. I hope you enjoyed this, and next time we're gonna talk about another yokai, kind of like Yoimiya, but she delivers and makes sure the packages get where they need to be. That being Karara. So see you next time.